Logic gates are the building blocks for all computers and circuits. But what are they? Well, a logic gate is just input to output. We take the input and do some fancy stuff to it to get an output. So let's start simple with the NOT gate, which looks something like this in computer science. Now we'll call our input A and our output X. Now, our input A can either be binary 0 or binary 1. Now, our NOT gate is just basically an inversion of our input. So, if A is 0, then our output is 1. And if A is 1, then our output is 0. And we can make a truth table for this that looks something like this. As you can see, our output is just an inversion of our input. And we can put this over here, and that is our first logic gate. Our second gate is called OR, and it looks something like this, with our inputs labeled A and B and our output X. Now, X is true when A is true, or B is true, or if both of them are true. And we can make a truth table that looks like this. That is our second logic gate. And we'll put that over here. Our next one is called AND, and it looks something like this, with our inputs A and B and our output X. Now X is only true and only if both of these inputs are true. Any other input combination and our output is false. And we can make our truth table as shown. Now, these three are the basic logic gates, but there is one more that I'd like to cover, and it's called XOR, with our inputs A and B and our output X. Now, XOR is similar to OR, but if A is true, our output is true. If OR B is true, our output is true, but not both of them. So if both the inputs are on, our output is off. And we can make that truth table like so. Now, in computer science, each of these logic gates has a symbol. For NOT, it's an exclamation mark before A. For OR, it's A with a V in the middle. For AND, it's A with a caret. And for XOR, it's this funky circle with intersecting lines in it. And all these logic gates has its inverse counterparts. NOR, NAND, and XNOR, which you just invert the outputs of all of these logic gates. So that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learnt something. Bye!